Hi, it's Leanne Spencer of Body Shop Performance. Thanks for tuning in. I want to talk about some of the better alternatives to BMI. I've heard this number bounced around quite a bit. It stands for Body Mass Index, and it's basically an equation that's done to give you a rough indication of whether you are overweight, underweight, or so on. Now, it's not a good number really, because if you're a very muscular person, your BMI is going to imply you're overweight, when usually that isn't the case. It's because you've got the dense muscle mass. So it's not a particularly accurate number, but that said, I'm not particularly keen on any number that you can apply to somebody's body composition, which I think is a better way of describing things. Body composition is how your body is composed of water, muscle, fat and bone. For most people, we want a little bit more muscle and in some cases quite a bit less fat. But body composition, I think, is the right term. So here's what I'm a fan of. Look in the mirror, be objective. Are you happy with what you see based on your own measurement? Not some warped distortion of what you should look like that's been propounded to you by the media, for example. Are you happy with how you feel? It's probably the most critical subjective measure of all. Do you feel fit? Do you feel good? Do you feel happy based on your own personal standard? And of course you can bounce off other people to get their perspective on that, but really it's about you and how you feel. And my final measure that I'm really keen on is functional fitness. Can you do the things that you want to do? Can you climb the stairs in the time that you want to get up the stairs? Can you lift your shopping, lift your children, play with your children? Are you able to lift your suitcase off the carousel in an airport? If you can't do any of those things, then your functional fitness is probably what you need to focus on. So rather than obsessing about a number, focus on your functional fitness, focus on how you feel, focus to a degree on how you look, but not primarily. And as a final measure, if you like, the thing that never lies is a pair of clothes, an item of clothing. So a jumper isn't going to expand to make you feel better or shrink to really irritate you. So having an item of clothing that you want to get back into can also be a good measure, because these things don't change. If it's too baggy, too tight, it's you that's changed. But focus primarily on how you feel. Check out my TEDx talk, which is called Why Fitness is More Important Than Weight, if you want to get a bit more on this idea. That talk was delivered to TEDx Wandsworth in November 2016. It's had about 30,000 views online. So if you put Leanne Spencer TEDx into Google, you'll find it, and we'll link to it as well in the notes of this blog section. Thanks for watching.